Hello, I'm XUTT and today it marks 5 years since the premiere of the last episode of the Hawaii Five-0 series. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to take a look at the turtles present in this TV series. And since it takes place in Hawaii, there is a lot of turtle scenes here. I wrote most of them is just minor appearances. This series is a reboot of the series that was aired in 1968 to 1980. But it's worth mentioning that the original series had the letter O, not the number in the title. Before I get to discussing turtle stuff, which I will get to at the end, here's a ton of general info. This series is about the titular functional special police unit operating in Hawaii. The only members of this force who played in all 10 seasons are Steve McGarrett, played by Alex O'Loughlin, and Danny Williams, played by Scott Caan. Scott himself, although he is the main character in all seasons, doesn't appear in some of the episodes, because he negotiated in his contract that he would play in less than the amount that was filmed, so that he could spend more time with his family in LA. In the first 7 seasons, the Five-0 team also includes Chinko Kelly, played by Daniel Lan Kim, and Kono Karakura, played by Grace Park. But due to financial differences, they left the show. Their place in the team was taken by new characters for the last 3 seasons. Tani Ray, played by Megan Rath, and Junior Rings, played by Bella Quale. In addition, there are many other characters who appeared in all seasons, allowed not in all episodes, such as Kamekola Tupola, played by Tyler Willie, and Duke Lukela, played by Dennis Chun. A number of characters also appears in most but not all seasons, such as pathologist doctors Max Bergman, played by Matthew Oka, Ada Noshimuri, played by Ian Anthony Dale, or Lou Glover, played by Jim McBride. In terms of actors, it is impossible not to mention that this series may cause a great déjà vu for fans of the Lost series. We have here 3 actors who played the main roles in The Lost, members of the original Crash Survivors crew, and its important roles. The aforementioned Daniel Dae Kim is after all one of the members of the main crew. He appeared here in 168 episodes. George Garcia is a character who smoothly transitioned between being a quest character and a main character. He played in 130 episodes. Terry O'Quinn has the fewest appearances, because we only see him in 16 episodes. But he played a very important character, the mentor of the main character, so you get the impression that his role is bigger, because each appearance is important to the story development. This series is part of a larger universe. It takes place in the same universe as Jack, all of the NCIS TV series, or the rebooted MacGyver and Magnum. Because of this, we got a few crossover episodes, where either characters from other shows appeared in this one, or characters from this one appeared in other shows. Without going into details, such crossover were with NCIS Los Angeles, MacGyver, and Magnum PI. Time for Turtle Elements. This series has 10 seasons, with 22 to 25 episodes per season. In total, 240 episodes. Turtle Elements appears here well. It depends of how you count them. The headquarters of Hawaii Five-0 is Loani Palace, in front of which is the statue of King Kamehameha I, and this sculpture is shown briefly in most, if not all episodes. But this figure itself is not turtle related. However, this king was the inspiration for something turtle-like. The attack of the same name, one of the most iconic elements of the series Dragon Ball. In Japanese, Kame means turtle, and the character of Roshi, the turtle hermit, is associated with this attack in the series. So in every episode of Hawaii Five-0, we have an image of a character who was the inspiration for something turtle related and very popular. But I decided not to count these appearances as turtle elements. Maybe you think otherwise. All you have to do is turn on an episode and you have a very good chance that this sculpture will appear for a second. Moving on to the actual turtle elements. They appear in 25 episodes out of 240, so a little over 10% of the episode have some turtle element, but in none of them it is a minor appearance. It is always either some background element or a real sea turtle swimming underwater as part of some Hawaii scenery scenes. The appearances are very diverse. We see the turtle as a painting on a bus, on a swimming board, as a petroglyph. The turtle visible on t-shirts appears in several versions. We have a character with a turtle shell backpack, turtle stickers in a barber shop, a turtle mosaic in a hospital, a turtle shell as a decoration in someone's apartment, a turtle pendant, a turtle on a kite, or a postcard with a turtle. Nothing special really. It is definitely not a series that someone interested in turtles must see, because their presence here is, I would say, typical for things happening in Hawaii. They are a popular decorative motif there. Of course, not all appearances are visual. Sometimes there are shows mentioned in conversation, like in these 2 fragments.
Heck no. I've seen finished sharks wash ashore. found dead turtles on the reef.
You know, my son's going as a Ninja Turtle. He's 12.
Exact details and a list of what can be found in which episode can be found on turtledex.com. That's all, thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe if you liked it, and I hope to see you again in another video. Bye!